Hello everybody, my name is JCW and this is my Maxscape Speedrun series. After hitting 200 on all my level 3 skiller 2 years ago, I jumped back into the skilling scene on a brand new account, with the goal of maxing in the shortest gameplay time possible. There are absolutely zero restrictions on this new account, so I can do whatever it takes to achieve my ultimate goal, achieving max total within 35 days of playtime. Last episode, you guys may remember me doing some runecrafting with runners, along with agility. In this episode, I'll be doing the same grind of the same two skills. However, you guys have always been seeing me baking pies in my inventory, and I managed to snag up a new item for a different skill rather than cooking. And that item is Eternal Boots. These guys give 200 mage and runecrafting XP per make, and a while ago, I managed to buy a bunch of them when they were low. And so, here we are. Doing some quick math, with 367 of the boots to make, I'll be gaining 73.4k runecrafting XP. I'll get to the cost of these in a bit, but real quick, I want to point out that these were not nearly as good as I expected them to be when I originally bought them. I only gained 2.6k runecrafting XP per lap, in placement of my 6k cooking XP. Assuming runecrafting is 260k an hour, that's about 1/100th, or an extra 0.01 EHP per lap at Sepulcher. On the other hand, when I was doing cooking, I was gaining 6k XP per lap. With the EHP of cooking being about 1 mil an hour, that's 6 1,000ths, which equates to 0.006 EHP per lap. Based off of those numbers, I think you guys can agree with me that these are probably not worth the hassle. However, let's get into how much this cost me. Then maybe, just maybe, it'll be worth it. Buying the Eternal Crystals are not easy. They are a very limited supply since they come as a rare drop from a Slayer only boss. There are only about 100 traded per day. And think about it, that's including merchants who buy and sell the same item. On top of this, they have a buy limit of 5 per account. For those who don't know what a buy limit is, it's basically a mechanic in the GE that its main use is to prevent price manipulation among the rich. Pretty easy way to understand this is, if there is no buy limit, one person with 300 mil in their bank could easily buy out this item every day, making the price rise. The hassle of only allowing people to buy a certain amount every 4 hours make it a lot harder for people to manipulate, as they need many alts. Obviously, I wasn't trying to manipulate anything, but because of the tough buy limit, I did buy this throughout 5 accounts. Between the different accounts and prices rising as I was buying, so I would have to up my offer, it's hard for me to get an exact price on how much this costs per crystal, but here are some examples from one account that I bought them on. So pretty much just multiply this by 4 to 5 and you'll have a rough idea of how much I spent per boot. The Infinity boots were much more generous than the buy limit, so I was able to buy them all on one account. Assuming we average 1600k per crystal and 342k per boot, each boot costs us 1942k. So you guys must be wondering, how much are we selling them at? What is the loss? We did get somewhat lucky on the time we banked them at, and here's a screenshot on what we sold them at. Not all of them sold yet, but I have more than enough room for them to drop. And so, assuming they sell at 2.2 mil per boot after task, we profit 258k per boot, aka 94 mil profit and this 73k runecrafting XP. It's pretty juicy if you ask me, and it softens the blow of how much runners cost for 99. Speaking of runners, here I am hitting 90 RC. Around this level, I had a little breakthrough, and so I decided that instead of paying my runners 7 mil per hour, I'll start paying these machines 8 mil. I was starting to get frustrated with not having anyone available for the little free time I had, and so I had to give them extra incentive. Which I can't complain about, of course, I mean, it's on my end. And besides, if I were them, I would want extra incentive to stay as well. On top of all of that, with how good they are, they honestly deserve 8 mil per hour. I'm just cheap as balls. It was a good thing the boots basically paid the difference at the end. Pay very close attention to my current XP per hour. It's 276k, and if you guys remember, throughout last episode, most of my sessions were around this XP rate. However, on Black Friday, I decided to upgrade my computer. The new PC I bought has absolutely 0 FPS lag, whether I'm streaming or not. And so, once my PC got here around the second week of December, my XP rate skyrocketed. This is gonna sound silly, but I can't really describe it other than saying my cursor moves smoother, and it's honestly a difference I never would have known without first experiencing it. You guys will believe me once you see my future XP rates. And so it begins. My first attempt on the new PC, here's my XP rate. Despite struggling to hit 280k in recent sessions, here I am casually getting 290k over a 2-hour session. Also, this gets me level 91 runecrafting. Followed by level 92 and my best XP rate per hour. In the official Essence Running Discord, there's a section for feedback where they keep track of the records in terms of most XP per hour for lavas, astrals, etc. The world record for most runecrafting XP in an hour was set back in July at 296.8k by Zunkra. Zunkra actually has helped me significantly with runecrafting, with everything from helping me choose the best of my runners to giving me small tips and tricks to increase my XP an hour by a good chunk. He's a beast at lavas and has been doing it for most of his runecrafting XP, which currently stands at 140 mil. I've been in talks with him about one of us someday hitting a 300k hour. And I mean, right now with me seeing myself only 6k off, I think it is possible. I'm already speedrunning a max cape, so I couldn't ask to be on a better account to try my best to push for the 300k hour. And so, from here on out, every hour, the first hour of my session, the attempts to really nerd neck and get 300k begin. And just 2 levels later, at level 94, I broke the record. I didn't start recording until well after, but I managed to get 298.2k in 1 hour. It's not quite 300k, but I knew where my mistakes were, and the journey to 300k still continued. And here is 96 RC. Followed by 97 and still no 300k hours. Do you guys remember this skill? I'm still flying through as many farm runs as possible. Here I am hitting level 93. Something I procrastinated for nearly 2 months is this stupid Swan song quest. I stopped fishing 10k off of 99 to finish it here, and of course the quest update now gives 50k fishing XP for this one stupid quest. But anyway, since it's been 2 months since I should have done it, I finally decided to just get it out of the way so I can knock out another 99 this episode. I haven't done this quest in many years, so I didn't really know what to remember about the boss. He kept draining my prayer, so I couldn't really pray against him, and when I didn't pray against him, I got clapped. Honestly, it was a close call, and I'm pretty sure someone in the comments down below will tell me that if I'm wearing a sapphire ring or something, he can't drain my prayer, or some really stupid mechanic that I'm not aware of. But my answer to that is that I'm bad at questing, so leave me be. This was officially the last quest of the series, so I don't care anymore. We are free. And so, now that the queen is dead, I just had to talk to the wise old man, and there is 99 fishing plus 40k XP. And also the first 99 of the episode. You guys remember fletching during agility, right? Because I barely do. That thing was so free and easy. Here's level 98. Followed by the second 99 of today's episode, fletching. GZ boys, account is getting some good progress today. Also hit 96 agility not too long after fletching. I forgot to show the agility XP tracker or the level up message, but you guys can take my word for it. Honestly, you guys wouldn't know my level up anyway, she goes to another school. At this point, I'm back to RC and nearing level 98, and despite me beating the record just 4 days ago, Zunkra has gotten a 300k hour, and literally killed it by 1.7k as well. This was another record set, but at least I got to hold the record for 4 days. That deserves a like on the video, right guys? What do you think? At this point, I figured there was no way I would get over 301.7, but I had basically only one more attempt to get in the 300k club, because I wanted to stream my last 1 mil XP in one session. So essentially, my last attempt to get a 300k hour will be on stream where I have to read the chat and right before a 4-hour session. Odds were looking good. And the odds did actually work. Similar to my first record hour, I couldn't record until after, but I did get a nice screenshot at the hour mark. So, 2 days later, since Zunkra beat the record, and the first 300k hour, I beat his hour again, ending at 304.3k, which actually blew my mind. It set me up for a great 4-hour session and a fantastic way to end my 99 RC journey. And fortunately and unfortunately, here I am hitting 99 runecrafting in my final session, getting over 295k an hour for 4 hours straight. This is the third 99 of this episode, and honestly, I have to say, out of the 3, this is the first one that I'll generally miss, even if setting up 4 runners at a time can be annoying sometimes. And following that, I'm now hitting 98 agility. You could probably guess it, but that may or may not be the fourth 99 of the session. Some of you are probably looking at my cooking level and thinking, wow, you suck, you didn't even get 99 cooking during agility. The truth is, I agree. However, the EHP for cooking is very easy to get 1-to-1. So when the time comes, I will be doing 1-tick Coambams for 7 hours for 7 mil XP. I'm going to hope that I can do some cooking during Slayer, where like, for example, I can bake pie on my way to every task. But honestly, we won't know how viable that is until we get there. And so, there's my final cooking level before 99 agility, level 88. I already spoiled that we're getting 99 agility this episode. So now that we're coming close to having to show that, let's talk about what's next. On my stream for 99 agility, I stressed that I was doing 99 mining first, so that I could end the series in a really fun way with Slayer. However, I have to say that if there's 7 billion people in the world, I probably had 6.9999 billion people telling me that they can't wait for Slayer and want to see my strats. So, after thinking about it all day every day for a few days, I decided that I'm going to be jumping into Slayer next. So for those who are looking forward to seeing my Slayer, along with how long the skill will take, logout strategy, and everything else, be happy, you won. With this being episode 20, that means I'll be leaking my playtime in EHP. And since we hit 99 RC, I can even throw in a cost analysis. So let's dive into that right now. On the left, we have my stats from last episode, and on the right is my current stats. A lot of 99s of course, and we managed to climb over 2k total, which means we're really close. The only real long grinds I have left are mining and Slayer. With us doing Slayer next, we're going to be flying through total levels next episode since we train all the combats with it. Here's an easier visual for my gains this week. I forgot to screenshot my stats and current EHP before I tested a task or two of Slayer, so I guess I'm also showing an extra defense and range level. With all this in mind, I currently sit on 679 EHP. And the time played, drumroll please, will be released next episode. No, I'm joking. We're at 23 days and 14 hours, putting us at 113 hours over EHP. If you remember, our goal is to finish the series within 35 days played, and at our current pace, we need to gain 8 hours on Slayer. So I guess the question is, will we gain 8 hours on Slayer? On one hand, Slayer is easy because I'm allowed to log out while stacking a pile and log in and body them all. On the other hand, Slayer EHP assumes you're already really high combats. So for example, I'm not already using a bulwark at Dagonauts and getting 100k an hour like the EHP wants me to. I'm actually getting nearly half of that without bulwark. On top of that, I still have to do diaries for Crystal Halley, which is probably another couple hours since it includes chompies and pest control. Let me know what you think down below. I'm fairly sure we'll gain 99 Slayer by the time episode 25 comes out, so it'll be interesting to see how many hours we've gained. For the cost of the account so far, we'll just be adding 2 more skills from the last cost analysis we did, and it'll give us a nice new total. For RC, I'll put this down as 1.3 bill cost, and I wasn't going to count the boot cost, but since I ended up paying 1 mil an hour more for half of it, I decided why not to cover that. Fletching was about 130 mil. Throw in everything else, and that brings our total to 6.344 bill. Which is kind of yikes. The good news is, I don't believe we will be spending much more, so the series should cost less than 7 bill, hopefully. Anyway guys, I hope you enjoyed my analysis, and hopefully the time played is about what you expected, or even better. Personally, I'm happy with it, so you guys should be too. This will be the end of the episode, and the final one of the year. So thank you especially to everyone who's continuing to support me. We're nearly at 20k subs, so if 200 of you could real quick hit that sub button, that would be great. Overall though, it's been a great run and I look forward to the Slayer grind. I hope all of you have a great new year and happy holidays. As always, TY for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. I will see you all next time. Peace out.